No, if you're wondering what I'm doing a test. I'm setting up a camera on my bicycle. I don't have my Bluetooth on, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but I'm a lot irritated and annoyed as usual. There's some things that I need to. It's a few different reasons I'm irritated and annoyed. Um, but we'll talk about them after I get this together because it's getting my nerves too. So that is getting my nerves. All right, let's try it again. That looks better. It's like right in my face. All right, let's try it. Just gonna go around the block and then I'll go back and see whatever I caught up on the camera. So, obviously, but I can adjust this. There we go. But I guess this is a real conversation. I need to sit down and have this chat because I'm angry. It's three different things. One is yesterday I went and got my bike serviced, which I thought was a really good thing. You know, I really appreciated it. Shout out to the girl on what is it? That was one of the people that shared a ride with me on the ride share thing. This is pretty good, huh? It looks weird on the outside, but it's pretty good. So I'm so annoyed. So I went and I was really, at first, I was really pleasantly surprised by it. But then a realization came to me. There was a guy that was there that wasn't really an employee there. He was a salesperson, right? He was a salesperson. And as I spoke to him, I found that he only, this damn dog, okay. As I spoke to him, I found that he only came like once a month, right? But he was the only one that was really helpful. The guy that actually worked on the bicycles, him, he was like, I left my information. And what he said to me What he said to me, I'm pissed, was, "Oh, okay, we'll be in touch." I mean, be in touch? What you mean, be in touch? You know what I'm saying? And so I was gonna walk off, and I just let him know, hey, this bike looks old and everything, but this is my baby. I really don't feel comfortable just leaving it here like this. And then I'm so pissed off. And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna go handle that. But I really, it's so many different ways that I could manage this right now. But I'm gonna go handle that real quick, and I can make this look a lot better. But right now, it serves its purpose. I'm good. All right, so we're gonna have a talk about it. So on the way down there, I'm so pissed off right now. Um, pissed, and I think I should have my Bluetooth on. I will in a minute. Damn, I know this thing's got okay. All right, so back to the story. So, all right. So, the guy that's supposed to be working on the bicycle, I noticed that he really very standoffish, had 5 words to say to me. I don't know if he was friendlier to the previous guy or not, but when I came, I put the bike and I was like, I came to the right place. And he was like, I think he made some kind of snide remark about, he made some type of snide remark. I didn't really catch it. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so then, so he was working on another bike when I got there. And then he was working on another bike when I got there. And so I was talking to whoever the guy is, just random conversation. Then I found that there was another guy that was there. There was a sales guy. And, the guy that was supposed to be fixing the bikes, he was just like, oh, he took my name and phone number, put a piece of tape on the bicycle with my name and phone number on it, right? And he took my name and phone number, put a piece of tape on it, and he was just like, he didn't say anything to me, no eye contact, just took the information, then he was like, we'll be in touch. And I was like, we'll be in touch. I was like, you'll be in touch when? A day, 2 days? And and he barely said anything. Then the guy that was the sales guy, he came back there. I didn't know he was the sales guy first, but I think he was coming back to observe. And he's like the white version of the charisma that I've been talking about. Like, there's something flying in here. He's like the white version of the charisma that I talk about the black dudes be having, right? Meaning that, he's getting to a point, but he's doing it in a way, with a smile and with a soothing spirit. And I don't even get how to describe it. So, I do know how to describe it. It's the equivalent of the rideshare guy that I like. He came to pick me up from Walmart, and there was a couple other girls that was waiting for a ride from Walmart too. But they had a different driver assigned to them, right? So, and this back wheel is warped. So they had a different driver assigned to them, and it's not his fault, it's my fault. And so, when I first walked up to them, they were like, that's the front brake. He didn't use the back brake. So when I first came up to them, I was just like, are y'all waiting? Because they were waiting on a spot that I knew, garage program. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, they got me waiting at some weird spot because recently, and that's why I was looking like this. Recently, they've had me waiting at all these weird ass spots, right? And everybody, we all just but so they were just like, oh, you have to look at the name of the person may be different, right? And I did have a different name. They had somebody named such and such person name, and then I had the name of my driver. And so the girls, it was so funny because their ride was coming in 4 minutes. Mine said 7 minutes. My ride got there before their ride, right? And so when they saw the van pull up, of course they're thinking it's a possibility that the van is for them, right? That's what they're thinking. It's a possibility the van is for them. And so it's a possibility the van is for them. So they walk up to the van, and then the driver guy was, because I was looking like, we already got a couple people in here, I don't think we can say anything because they got a different name. I didn't say anything, I already knew I didn't say anything, so I was like, I know they're not going to. And he looked at them and he was just like, I don't think, y'all, I got you for your ride, So he asked him the name for the people for the driver and told him he was driver. And so he was like, no, that's a different driver. Blah, blah, blah. So why does this wind seem so harsh? So yeah, so after he passed him by, he said he made a phone call, and I guess he's homies. Like I said, everybody likes him, so I'm sure he's friends with just about anybody, especially the dudes, And so he called him up, and he's just like, we're not supposed to be answering our phone. We're on rideshare or something like that. And he was like, what you up to? And the dude was like at some old spot, like I don't know. He was at some he was doing something he shouldn't be doing. That's why he ain't pick up the girls on time. Basically, is what it boils down to, right? And so yeah, he was doing something that he should not have been doing. He was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. And not only was he somewhere that he wasn't supposed to be, he was asking my driver, like, why you ain't out here? And my driver was like, because I'm at work, I got to work. I'm at work, man. He was emphasizing the word work, like, ain't you at work too? And that's why he wasn't picking girls. And he was like, but the way that the black dude, the good driver dude, his swag with it was in a way that didn't make that dude feel like anyway subconscious or weird like that. Because he was like, he said, when the guy asked him why he wasn't there, he was like, because I'm at work. He was like, I just want to let you know, he was, and the dude asked him where he was at. He was like, I'm at Walmart. And he said, I just passed by your strip. Letting him know that, hey, your people that you're supposed to be picking up are waiting for you. So, but he did it with such swag. And this is the same thing that this guy at the bike shop did that didn't really work at the bike shop. He was a salesperson. This is all white people, by the way. He was a salesperson. I'm out of breath already. And I do need to get that. I'm going to get that back real place. But now I'm scared to do it with that guy because if he sent me back and forth like that for nothing, I'm out of breath already. I'm out of breath already. I am out of breath already. Already out of breath. That's what I am. Okay. And bicycling used to be nothing. I used to ride like literally 30 miles a day. That was a mile and a half, and I'm like out of breath. So yeah. So the dude at the bike shop, like I said, the one that was supposed to be working there, what his goal was just take my phone number, tape it on my bicycle, and go on about his business. Now, keep in mind that there's a sign up, and I noticed this as I was wandering around. There's a sign up that says, if your bike is left here more than 45 days or something like that, then it's going to be donated to charity or sold for parts or something like that, right? And so, like I said, the man that made eye contact, basically he says, we'll be in touch. You'll be in touch? What do you mean you'll be in touch? What do you mean you'll be in touch? I need to know, if you're just changing out the tires, what you mean you be in touch? That's how I'm feeling. But I took it easy, and I was like, I'm gonna be walking more than riding this bike, which I should be riding, but I'm walking. But it's okay. I can't believe this. This is where my health is gone, where I'm walking the bike versus riding it. Come on, Maria. Come on, we gotta get up on here. Stop playing. So I'm gonna get back in shape one way or the other. And I hope I don't hurt myself. Okay. Push, push, push. Okay. So, and this bike is pretty high. I used to hop right on it. It'd be like nothing. But, so, oh, I'm on the wrong street. Let me get over here. Okay. So yeah. So, yeah, so like he took my name, and then he was gonna be like, oh, we'll be in touch. And I'm like, we'll be in touch. And I was like, no, I took it easy on her. And I was like, well, this bike doesn't look like much, but that's my baby, and I prefer to stay with it, And then I started to walk around the store, the store, because they had lots of other stuff in there, right? This is Anderson West Auto or something like that, and they do bicycles and shit too, right? They have like a little, kind of what I would consider to be a mini hardware store, but I don't know. So, I'm exhausted. All right, so let me get off the street. Yeah. All right, so yeah, so the guy with I walked around the store a little bit. I came back, and the guy that's the salesperson was sitting right there with his computer or whatever. And so he started chatting with me. And when he was chatting, he was like, choose you this day whom you will serve. Okay, very nice. As for me, my household, we will serve the Lord. So, all right. So yeah, I was like, well, I stood there for a while, and the guy that was supposed to be working on the bike, he continued to ignore me. He continued to ignore me. So the salesperson guy says to me, so I was like, well, I guess I'll go, run an errand and come back. And he was like, no, he should be done in just a few minutes. Just wait, right? So I was like, okay. And then, so I waited, Like I said, the guy that's supposed to be working on the bike has not said anything to me, And so then as I'm waiting and walking around and minding my business, because, I don't want to stand over nobody or nothing, and there's other stuff in the store I can look at. And so far, because of the sales guy, it kind of negated or overshadowed in a positive way the negative attitude or whatever, or the lack of service that I was really getting from the real bike man, right? So, eventually, as I'm walking around, it's like, to me, the sales guy that doesn't work in the store, he's just a salesperson that ordered the parts. He's like pushing the guy to work on the bike. He's actually getting in and doing the work and saying what needs to be done, and, he's trying to actually do the work that needs to be done, right? So that's what's happening. And I need to find somewhere to sit and talk about this, because I want to have it all ironed out and talked about before I actually go there. But yeah, so yeah, the sales guy. And so as I'm walking, I'm seeing him work on something. I'm seeing the sales guy help him out. Both of them together are like, but it's the sales guy that's got him into it and got him pushed to work, right? And I'm really not believing this. I'm like, what is going on? So, but I keep walking because I'm like, whatever it is, it must be hard work because both of them are doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so I mind my business, keep on looking around the store, go to the front, ask questions about other stuff that I see in it that I could use and stuff like that. And then, finally gets to the point where my bike is quote unquote ready. And when I brought the bike to him, I said, obviously it had 2 flat tires, but can you look into everything else, make sure it's all working correctly? Are the shifts working? Blah, blah, blah. So I leave the store. I think I'm really, really good to go, And so I walk around the corners to attempt to ride a bike because just in case I don't know how to ride a bike anymore, I didn't want to crash into the front of the store, right? So I walk around the corner and I realize, hey, I don't have any brakes. I don't have any brakes. And so I go back in and the guy was like, I guess maybe they had tested the brakes. The guy was like, woo, all this pollen. You can actually see it and it just went in my nose. I mean, you can see the pollen like snowflakes in the air. So it's crazy. So, yeah. So I come back and he fixes the, brakes, and he was like, oh, the front one moves a little bit, but the back one doesn't move at all. And I'm just like, and then he's like, are we going to do the front and the back? And I'm thinking, yeah, that's the reason I bought my bike in, is to get everything done that needs to be done, right? And so, he finishes the front. It takes like literally 3 minutes, right? He just swaps out the wire. And then he says the back wheel is really warped, so we're not going to be able to do the back brake, whatever, today, right? And so I'm just like, not to get the wheel replaced. And I was like, well, how much would it be to get the wheel replaced? And then when I thought about it, I was like, that don't make sense at all because you changing the brake line or whatever, if the wheel is a little bit warped, it may wear the brake pad unevenly, but it doesn't have any effect on it doesn't have any effect on you being able to make the brakes at least have a give. There's absolutely no give on here, And during the whole time, I was just making conversation after the sales guy, after our initial work over of everything. After the sales guy left, I was like, then trying to make conversation with the guy that actually worked on the bikes. I'm like, maybe he eats up a little bit, So, So I said to him, wow, because he has on like a collared plaid collared work shirt, like not a work shirt for work, but like what you would see in an office, right? So now I realize why my phone was down by probation, because I think this is where the rideshare cars parked, because I see one here parked and I saw one on another side, so they're parked. So I think that's why they're here, because they're parked. That's why they're driving around, because all this is like courts and stuff. This is downtown Valdosta. So so I said, wow, how do you keep so clean? And he was like, because I try not to do any work. And he was serious. He wasn't joking. He was like, because I don't tend to be doing any work. And really, he did, because he was trying to, if the sales guy hadn't been there, my name would have been stuck on that bike was that day forever. And they probably would have actually added a few more hours of work time to be paid for. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was serious. He wasn't joking. So he did the front, and then, like I said, when he got to the back, he kind of shirked it. And I was like, okay. And then after I thought about it, I was like, hey, that doesn't make sense. Because, like I said, if it's just, I think the store is up here. Where can I go to sit and chill out and try to find a place? I don't think it's open. I think the amphitheater not too long ago. I go up the street a little bit. I think there's a park up that way. But yeah, so I need to fix this. But and talking about this, all right, so yeah, so when I came back and said that, he was just like, oh, I could do it, but I'm not gonna do it today. And I'm just like, there was like 40. I didn't realize it closed at 6. It's like 5:15. And then there was a young boy that was there, and I had mentioned my cup. I was trying to gauge, I guess, how willing he was to quote unquote help me or whatever. Was it just an attitude he has towards me, or was it just then I mentioned to him about I think I should some back, but I'll do that when I get back. So yeah, there's not a lot of viable parks here. And I'm anticipating that there's going to be a lot of, because parks are, again, the hangout spots. So I'm anticipating there's going to be a lot of other people just hanging out at the parks too. So, all right. So, such irony. I think that right now, I'm walking past. Oh Lord. All right. So. I think I'm walking past. There was this. Let me take a look and see. No, I can't tell. But all right, there's another park right around this corner. Let's see if I can get there. We'll talk about it and then we'll go back over there and address it. Ooh, this is a big bump. Boom! Oh, I did it. Oof, okay. Oh, I guess there's like warehouses and interesting things. Yeah, and there's nobody at this park, so I'll be cool to sit out here and just get my thoughts ironed out. This thing is so squeaky. I wonder why it squeaks so much. I can sit over here. I don't need to sit at a picnic table. So. All right. So, oh, all right. So let's talk about. Here's the deal. I'm going back over there, and what the situation was is this. Again, I went to go get my bike repaired. Shout out to the girl on the ride share that, and this thing is hot. Ugh. Okay, shout out to the girl on the ride share that helps to facilitate it, right? Because she's the one that told me about the place. When I got there, like I said, the guy that was supposed to be doing the work, not any words, and he had some snide comment when I came in, and I was like, yeah, they did the bikes. The guy at the front was friendly. Yeah, you got to the right place. The sales guy was friendly. The guy that was doing sales, actually, that's all that he was supposed to be doing was sales, right? But there's a place to charge your phone over here. I didn't know that. Okay. Or is she just charging her chair? She charge here. So now I know something new. But yeah, he ended up doing all the work, and he's a salesperson. He's not allergies. You got. He's not a bike person. And at first, because he hopped in, I thought maybe he was head of the bike department, but he's not. He doesn't even work at the store. He's a salesperson that was there to check the inventory so he could order more stuff. But he was the one that was working on the bike because the other guy wasn't going to. And like I said, throughout the whole conversation or whatever, he throughout the whole conversation or whatever, he didn't say anything to me. Barely had 2 words, right? And so that's the thing. I went to go get that fixed, and then what he told me was, I said, okay, I'll just be back tomorrow. And then he was like, oh, if you come back on Monday, I'll give you a free glitter cup. I don't want a glitter cup. I could care less about a glitter cup. My thing is about functionality. I want that back brake pad to work. That's what I want. I want the back brake pad to work. My issue and my concern is safety. I want it to be safely ride. The hand, the side mirror and the horn, that's not for glamour. That's not for looks. It's for safety. The rear view mirror so I can see, but it's not on there tight and it keeps falling down, right? And then, it's not for that. They was like, ooh, girl, you were styling now. It's not about, and my dumb ass, let that fly and was just like, yeah, But that's not what it's about. It's about safety. And I took the time during my time that I have for other stuff out for me to get that fixed. So it needs to be repaired. I need to have that fixed to at least where the brakes are, you can let the brakes out, I need that to work, sir. And then for him to tell me to come back on Monday, you're open Friday and Saturday, and you want me to come back on Monday? Now, if you haven't given me the service and the attention, without if you haven't, interacted with me in that type of way on Thursday, and you're telling me not to come back to Friday or Saturday and next week is a new week, what are you going to do? Try to make new charges or something? What are you doing here, sir? What are you doing? Am I going to expect any better than I got today? You know what I mean? I don't think so. And I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a manager of the whole store or, what the real situation is there. But, I guess I'll take some time to find out. But yeah, so I didn't like that. So I'm going to go address it. Is it that you don't like working with people that look like they may be of a different socioeconomic background that is not equivalent to yours or one that you approve of? I need to find out what's going on, because I need to get this taken care of. I'm not coming back a whole another week. That doesn't make sense. So we'll check it out. And then the other thing I want to mention, I'll talk about this in a minute. They did a good job. What he did fix was a good job, but he wouldn't have done it at all. And I would have been gone and not knowing what the status of my bike was if it wasn't for the sales guy that was in there. He probably would have kept me going forever and probably had to sit in there 45 days. Because then when you start going back to work, you're trying to figure out a way to get there, So it doesn't make sense to me. But I'll talk about that, and then I'm going to do 2 more vlogs. One about, looking at people, giving attention to people. And then 3, about how fickle people are, stupid stuff giving attention to you. But I'll be back.